of the judges thereof.
That's right. He covers the faces of the judges
We're the
thereof.
ones that remember they're reminding Jesus times.
Yeah, but his name's not Jesus. See, Jesus is a Greek name. The Lord's name was Hebrew, so you got to call on him on his by his Hebrew name. Hebrew is a language. You got to call on the Lord, who's a black man. You got the Lord, who's a black man. He has a Hebrew name. His name is not Jesus. So that's a lie that they put in these churches to further deceive the people. See, the real Jesus is a black man, but we don't talk about the fake one right now. Now, this Jesus that you are familiar with in your Catholic, Roman Catholic churches and your Christian churches was an actual man who was he was charged with impersonation of the holy judges, the Most High, his son, the angels, and all the righteous men of the Bible. He blasphemed of the Holy Spirit. He committed incest with his sister. He was a murderer, a fraud. He stole everything, breaking every law in the Bible, you know. And his name was Cesare Borgia. His dad was Pope Rodrigo, who came into power during the Renaissance because the so-called blacks, who were called the Moors, ruled Europe during the Dark Ages. So around the 1450, they started to lose their power, and then in around 1492, they came back into power. So now he's saying that his father was saying he wants everybody to worship him as like he's a god. So therefore he said, my son is the son of God. Michelangelo, Leonardo da Vinci paint the images of my son all around the world so they can worship us and our people. So we can keep these people on this side continually in subjection and have them believe in the lie. Can you give me 1 Maccabees 4 and 1 Maccabees 3 and 48? Because what they did, they went throughout all Europe and whitewashed all the images of the true people of the Bible, which are dark-skinned people, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. They went through all the cathedral churches and they whitewashed everything. Bring it up.
This is 1 Maccabees 3 and 47. Oh, 3 and 48, right? Yeah. And laid open the book of the law.
Now what's the book of the law? The book of the law is the first 5 books of Moses, the Tanakh. The first 5 books in the Old Testament is the book of the law. So what they did, they took the book of the law and painted the likeness of their image, where you get this guy right here. Because his dad said he wanted to be God on earth. So if he was God on earth, then his son must be the son of God. But keep going.
And laid open the book of the law, wherein the heathen had sought to paint the likeness of their image.
The likeness of their images. So instead of this guy being the true depiction according to the Bible, they wanted to hide that from the truth and let you pray the so-called white man who has raped, robbed, murdered, and destroyed our nation, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. You know what I'm saying?
You understand what he's saying?
Yeah, I'm trying to understand.
Okay, this is not Jesus. You were led to believe that this is Jesus, right?
My mom told me that.
Okay, that is Jesus. Your mom told you that?
Yes.
She told you that this is not Jesus?
Yes.
Okay, then your mom taught you right. Did your mom teach you that your true nationality is you're one of these people, God's chosen people, the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel? Are you a Mexican?
Yes.
Okay, then you're an Israelite from the tribe of Issachar. That's who the Mexicans really are. They're Israelites from this tribe. The American Indians, right here, are Israelites from this tribe, Gad. The black people in America who came over here on cargo slave ships, they're Israelites from the tribe of Judah. This guy, who you call Jesus Christ, he is an Israelite from the tribe of Judah. He was a Negro. Okay? He is a Negro. When he comes back, like he is going to come back, he's going to be looking just like this. Okay? So your mother taught you right. Okay? That's what it says in the Bible.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Okay. I'll give you a revelation.
son.
Because we already established that he's false. But I'm just breaking it down a long way to you. And I'm going to show you that this is the true image. And then I'm going to show you that the language is Hebrew.
Well, let me see the box.
Keep going.
13? This is Revelation 1 and 13. And in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man, clothed with a garment down to the foot, and girt about the paps with a golden girdle.
That's right. Break it down real quick.
He had a garment.
Start at verse 1. You was right.
All right, start over. This is Revelation 1 and 1. The revelation of Jesus Christ, which the Most High gave unto him to show unto his servants things which must shortly come to pass. And he sent and signified it by his angel unto his servant John.
All right, now we go back to the...
Okay, now we'll get back to the description. Revelation 1 and 13. And in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man, clothed with a garment down to the foot.
Now he had a long garment like we're wearing right now. He had a long garment. His was more extravagant, of course. We're wearing sackcloth because we're in mourning right now. But he had a long garment down to the foot. You already know what to do. And we're going to explain the reason why he had the long garment of the foot. And they're not going to give you these breakdowns in the churches. Because really, if you go deep in the scriptures, if you read Acts 7 and 48, the Lord doesn't dwell in churches built with hands. He utter his voice out in the streets. That's why so-called Jesus was on boats shouting to 3,000 or 4,000 or 5,000 people. You know? What is it? Numbers 35? No, 15 and 38.
Numbers 15 and 38. Speak unto the children of Israel, and bid them that they make them fringes.
That's right, fringes right here, because our people love, like the Native Americans, Hispanics, they love to put fringes in their garments. You know, keep going.
Let me start at 37. Salah. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and bid them that they make them fringes in the border of their garments throughout their generations. And that they put upon the fringe of the borders a ribbon of blue.
So you got the ribbon of blue. Keep going.
Can I say this real quick? And that's why the Mexican people, when they make a sarape, they usually put some little fringes hanging there. Because a sarape is actually one of these. Right? Okay. And the American Indians, on their garments, they have little tassels hanging from the back corner. They have the little fringes hanging down to signify that they are these people. That's what the Most High told us to do that. So that's what signifies, that's a visual sign that those are these people.
Yes.
Okay?
I'm waiting for Christ.
Was it 35 to 1? No, it was 15, 38. And it shall be unto you for a fringe, that ye may look upon it and remember all the commandments of the Lord and do them. And that ye seek not after your own heart and your own eyes after which ye used to go a-whoring. That ye may remember and do all my commandments and be holy unto your God.
So that's what the fringes and the ribbon of blue means. You know? Now go back to Revelation.
Right. And in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man, clothed with a garment down to the foot, and girt about the paps with a golden girdle.
So he had like a WWF, you've seen wrestling, or he had a big belt, one of them big gold belts, you know? Going.
That warriors used to use in battle just in case they got stabbed in the abdomen. And girt about the paps with a golden girdle. His head and his hairs were white like wool.
Yes.
In color,
I
texture.
remember Mom used to tell me.
Right. That white like wool is describing the texture of his hair.
Yes.
It was wool.
Yes.
like a lamb.
Now, is this guy's hair woolly? It's straight and streaky, right? Showing you that this is a false image. You know? Keep going.
As white as snow.
That's white as snow.
Now that's describing color. So it was woolly, and then it was fully gray. Like I'm getting my grays right here. His was completely gray. Okay? And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
Yep, his eyes was a flame of fire. And we're going to explain why his eyes was a flame of fire. Because some people like to lie about the scriptures and say, well, the hottest flame is blue. But that's the reason why we got to go precept upon precept.
Yes.
Because then they're going to lie and say, oh, yeah, blue eyes. Because the hottest flame is blue, which is a lie. Bring it out.
This is Genesis 49 and 12. His eyes shall be red with wine.
And didn't the Pharisees and Sadducees accuse him of being a wine bibber? He drank a lot of wine. Therefore, when we drink, whether it's tequila or vodka or scotch, when we get turned up or when we get on the good level, our eyes get red and bloodshot, just like the Lord. He's going.
And when a police pulls you over, they shine a flashlight in your eye and say, have you been drinking? And they're looking to see if your eyes are red.
And I think it's of your pupils too.
To see if they're dilated. Right?
I've been drinking a lot of water.
That's right, me too. It says, and his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burned in a furnace.
That's right. His feet like onto fine brass. You got your brass keys? What you heard?
This is brass. That's the color of brass there. It's like a golden brown color. Okay. But now if you burn this, you put this in the furnace, right? It's going to become darker than that is right there, right? It's going to probably be right about my color or a little darker, right? Because all of these people on this sign, the Mexicans, the North American Indians, the Cubans, the Puerto Ricans, Guatemalans, all of these, Jamaicans, Haitians, we all are, what color would you say I am? What color am I? My skin?
Well, you're not black.
Right, but this is black, right?
Right.
What color am I?